A lot of the sodas where they try to do extra stuff, I just really don't like. Because it just turns into this mess of, like, artificial.
Yeah.
Like, the only one that I seriously liked was the Pepsi with a lemon.
Yes.
Because that, if you were drinking it and you were, like, out and about and it, like, went flat on you, it just kind of turned into tea. One thing I'll never forget about him was the story of how he died, Sister Bug. Squeaky, did you make a joke? It was a real freak accident, and ironic, too.
Oh, God, how did we miss that?
How did they miss out? Or they? How did us miss that? I'll bring that up on the other screen so I can see it. Because I'm going to wait for T-Bug to finish his saga. His supervisor on his way home from work had the brakes in his car completely fail. Where was this runaway car headed? Straight for Nate.
Get some of this.
Much appreciated. The day is ours, my friends. Rejoice!
Why did that appear in the first slot? That's weird.
That's one for the boys back home. Second wind.
Oh, that feels good.
So instead of hitting the switch and risking the world imploding, the supervisor headed straight for my buddy and said... You know what they say, better Nate than Lever.
That was one hell of a build-up for a little punchline. Oh my gosh.
CJ says, it's been 10 years since the Invisible Man married the Invisible Woman. Their kids are nothing to look at. My wife asked me to pick up some bread, and if they had eggs, to pick up a dozen. I came home with a dozen loaves of bread. They had eggs.
I've heard that with milk. I like the egg joke a lot, actually.
So technically, that's a programming joke, because that is the way the logic works out.
Oh, really?
It's like, get this, and if they have this, do this.
Got it.
There was they had milk and they had eggs, therefore you only bring home the eggs.
Kind of like did you like the pigeon meme I posted today?
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, this is a foul... Oh, it was actually last night before you went to bed. I'm like, this is a foul joke.
You saw my responses. Like, there was a tremendous amount of IT infrastructure that's how life is. It didn't work as intended, but it's working. We're just don't fucking touch it.
Don't mess with it.
That was the longest bad joke I've ever heard.
T-Bug's bowing.
Go away, T-Bug.
Save data, start a new game, and came back to this chest, it'll have more loot for you to get.
Funny joke. Sorry.
Feel free to pass it on or make your friends mad too. It's a good joke. Great joke. Blue. Yeah, I know. It happens. It's even weirder when it's like completely silent at night and I'm by myself, just chilling. And then I hear that, I'm like,
Squeaky says I should head to bed ASAP. Tuckered out here.
Yeah, then go to bed, hon.
The joke's on you or the yolk. It's a good yolk. This portal seems to be inactive. Oh, that's right. I have to turn this on. Why is there a button to turn it off? You can't backtrack. It's weird. I ran out of path away ideas for that portal. What's up, Dad?
Ain't nothing to it but to do.
I just saw two nuclear technicians getting married. The bride was radiant and the groom was glowing.
It's a sword.
Bull sword. Excalibur.
How do you like these apples?
All right.
Nailed it.
Excalibur, get the fuck out of here. More like, I got him.
Touch it.
No. I've seen too many hentai. I don't want to touch that thing.
Touch it.
Who wants me to touch the floor donut?
Touch it. It's not going to be tentacles or anything. Let's go.
I would have laughed if like a tail came up and just sucked them into the next floor.
That would be amazing. Oh.
Touch, says Bear. Uh-oh. Portal's matching this one. Change the pattern. Oh, no.
Let's go.
I can't. There we go.
Okay.
We did it. Reddit. We're amazing now, I guess.
What? Oh.
Whisper harder, touch portal again, opens up new area.
We got double greens.
Let's do the inner one first. Just a bamboo spear.
Okay, so we got a green. We got ups and downs. We got to do the green button. A Cyclops. Is it going to be a chair? Chair.
The
It
enemy's
is.
upon us. Prepare for combat.
Nope.
It is the entire drive-thru at Wendy's. I found an origami porn site, but it was pay-per-view only. That one's cute, actually.
I like that one a lot.
I'm up.
To whom will justice fall?
Not sure if you're boogieing down or trying to switch away from them.
It's my ponytail. I want to rest my head back, but the ponytail's getting in the way. You gotta wait for laundry dryer. I'm sorry.
Nina, you gotta kiss me.
Oh, that's smart.
All right.
My turn, boy. Take this.
The day is ours, my friends. Rejoice!
It's in your face.
Miss.
Nina, you gotta kiss me.
My turn, boy. Take this.
All right.
The day is ours, my friends. Rejoice!
Is it mine? Your
Courtesy
face.
of iFunny, says Wi-Fi. Did you watch Chippendale Rescue Rangers yet? No. Not yet. sure.
The
Sissy
starling is
did.
up.
That emote, what the bending poses they had to do. The Cranston references are epic. They've got to do more than just references,
I'm
because
up.
movies have been doing that like way too much lately. I meant to do a tack attack. Some Mayed.
So you can do Attack Attack now.
Oh,
Hey,
because
Ben.
he's dumb. Oh no, he's got triple attack now.
Yeah, come on up here. Little sir. There you go.
I was kind of mad on Rescue Rangers from the
Nailed it.
beginning. Just for a lot of the visual style cues, it's like there's obvious a disconnect from the people making the movie and what made the original Rescue Rangers good. It's sort of the same problem that the first go around of Sonic the Hedgehog had.
Yeah. There were references, but a majority but mostly just a couple at the end. The film was
Oh,
its
good.
own
My
universe
knife arm's
and
been
stands
itching.
on its own. Oh, for Free Guy,
My turn,
yeah.
boy.
And yeah, no, a lot of the references in Free Guy are more conceptual things, not like direct references until the very end.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like these apples?
All right.
And even those, they kind of work because it's not like references for the sake of references. That's totally stuff that you can imagine like people having in like Fortnite or something.
Mm-hmm. Why did Comic Sans break up with
Times New Roman.
Times New Roman? He just wasn't her type. That's adorbs.
I just watched Free Guy a day or so ago. Good movie, says Voicer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Free Guy is like, if you want to cater to a very specific audience, Free Guy is like the way to do it.
Yes. And still that they even dumbed down.
My turn.
They
boy.
talked dumb to people who didn't understand the initial reference material of gaming.
Yeah.
It's like they having to explain what an NPC is. It's like, no, gamers know that. Your fucking tech dudes and game masters are gonna know what the
How do
fucking
you like
NPC
these
is.
apples?
All right.
Hell, shit like that is the sort of thing you get in job interviews at the game companies. So with EA, the managers, when they interview you, will make sure you're an actual gamer.
Oh, how
by
funny.
slipping in questions like that. Like, when I had my second go-around doing the QA job, it was they asked you to provide a list of games that you were playing like in the recent couple of years, and I'm like, does it have to fit on one page? So that manager was like, give me like 10. It's like, all right. But then my favorite question to this day is he asked, what do you think would be harder to test? A change in combat against enemies in the game, or a change in PvP? And he said it, PvP. So it's like, if you know what that acronym means, that's your first clear. But then I went on a rant about PvP and nonsense and what players will do and shit like that. And the more I continued on with this rant, the bigger the dude's grin got.
Yeah, it's PvP for me would be the big thing because players do whatever the fuck they want to do and try to break your game and take advantage of things.
That's exactly what my answer kind of in synopsis was. But it's like, no, I obviously knew A, what I was talking about, and B, I was thinking about those concepts. That is something that they have to think about in the job.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the job. Also, that manager, he went on, last I saw, was working for Star Citizen.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I saw him in one of the Inside Star Citizen videos. I'm like, I know that guy! He was actually a really cool manager.
God, and asking a question like that and with a company like, or the game like Star Citizen is like, we don't know what the fuck our players are gonna do. So we build something, and then we expect you guys to fucking break our game, because we don't even think you guys were gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Bennies. Moving Benny's boxes into your fucking vehicle because that's the only thing you could do by clipping into the damn thing. I got the word jacuzzi and yakuza confused, so now I'm in hot water with the Japanese mafia. That's a good one. Ben, it's your tail.
Bear absolutely the free guy. I was more disturbed with the deep lore with C&D Power Rangers. C&D is a continuation of AK several years later, and you find out things. I was horrified when I found out, as I'm a huge fan of the show. Me being a fan of this show is one of the reasons why I don't really want to watch the movie.
Oh, for
it's just like you guys will not really get it effectively, and it's just going to irritate me more than anything.
the Chip and Dale show.
Yeah, I fucking love Rescue Rangers.
He was great into Detective Pikachu, and I don't even like Pokemon. Detective Pikachu is really good, and it was really designed for Pokemon fans.
It was designed for Pokemon fans, but it kind of stood on its own.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like, it gives you enough glimpse into what the world of Pokemon is like, that it's like, alright, this place is just like this.
Yeah.
This is uncommon. Why this Pikachu should not be doing what this Pikachu is doing. Let's get on with the show.
Yes.
It was really good at that. That is like, even like right from the beginning, showing the main character having difficulties being a Pokemon trainer.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, no, it just never worked out for me or whatever. Oh my god, I'm on the healer.
At least they can't save. Go ahead.
I need sleep, have fun, true RPGers. Good night, Vadrix.
To whom will justice fall?
Banger, Pokemon. Okay, I'm caught up.
At least they can't say budget cuts for Star Citizen to lay people off.
Not at the rate that we're all buying spaceships.
Yeah, and
although I say that, and I haven't bought anything this Invictus yet.
I'm surprised I haven't bought anything in this Invictus, because usually I'm like, with Invictus week.
Take that.
We're gonna say spoiler free because the show just came out.
Yeah, because anybody else in the audience that may want to watch it, we don't want to spoil it for them. God
Yeah.
Damn it, why?
My turn, boy.
There you go. Dry throat all of a sudden. I didn't see it. Did they play the We All Live in a Pokemon World from the CD tune like 2001? No. It's Detective Pikachu is very much like they're very clear on like this is its own sort of version of the Pokemon universe.
Yes.
It's got like all the exact same sort of tropes and weird details that you expect out of the Pokemon world. But it is not the anime. It is not the video game.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
So, like, a background little tidbit is you see an officer directing traffic, but she has an Arcanine with her. And everybody's pretty much, like, accompanied with a Pokemon, because that's just how the world is. And there's still, like, hella...
But Officer Jenny had an Arcanine, too.
But that's what I'm saying, is, like, these little details of
That's
things I
one
still
for the
find
boys
it
back
there and
home.
keep it Pokemon related. Having, like, themed restaurants and stuff like that. There's Pokemon paintings and details, kind of like the obsession with it all that Pokemon this world is.
The vile enemy is here. Let's educate.
My turn, boy.
I like that Detective Pikachu shows how important even beneficial Pokeballs are in
How
a
do you like
society like that. Like, oh, let's have these creatures and balls and stuff like that. But on the other hand, it's a safety net for the trainer and the Pokemon.
Yes.
Voice heroes redeem dad jokes.
Okay.
What spoilers? I think I'm missing something. Never mind. It says T-Bug gets caught up. I'm learning sign language. I just started, so I only know a handful of words.
Oh my gosh.
What does a sprinter eat before a race?
Fast food.
Nothing. They fast.
To whom will justice
What did Baby Corn say to Mama Corn?
Hey, sweetie. What? I don't know.
They're just like, sub.
This
No, where's
one is up.
popcorn?
I get it.
I'm up.
It's in your
Do
face.
you know what the best thing about Switzerland is?
What?
I don't, but the flag's a big plus.
Why are skeletons such bad liars? Because you can see right through them.
Like that. Did you
My
know you
turn,
could buy
boy.
iron and carbon for the price of just one alloy? What a steal!
I'm
That
up.
one's cute.
Like that.
ready for your order.
Where do you learn to make a banana split?
I don't know.
Sunday school.
Oh.
Heard the flag one before, said CJ.
They stood no chance.
I'm an expert at picking leaves and heating them in water. It's my
Coming
specialty.
clutch.
You recover everything.
Coming in clutch.
Appreciated.
What do you say to your sister when she's crying? Are you having a crisis?
Unfortunately, the jumper cables are getting divorced. They just didn't have that spark.
Oh.
What do you call a dictionary on drugs?
High definition.
I like that.
Yep.
Dad, did you get a haircut? No, I got them all cut.
That's a very... My dad used to say that. It's like, you need to get... Actually, you need to get all of your hairs cut. I'm like, oh. Sore throats are such a pain in the neck. When two vegans get into an argument, is it still called a beef?
Danny came back as a cowboy. I call it reincarnation. Am I doing this right? No, I'm not.
It's
I
hurt.
need to go back over here and turn the switch off.
Got it. It hurts me to say this, but I have a sore throat. Yeah, I purposely chose that one again for sore throat jokes. Oh, Whitefire's got one.
Hold on.
No problem.
Man sees a little girl in a sandbox and asks her, "What time of year is it now, sweetie?"
Darling is up.
It's summer, mister. Look, there is snow everywhere, heavy clouds, and no sun at all. So what kind of summer is that? A very shitty one, mister.
That's kind of adorable.
How do you like these apples?
Nope, you haven't been to this area, hit the switch too. Okay. That's what I was thinking for, because like some of those hallways were looking familiar.
What's the least spoken language in the world?
To whom will justice follow?
Sign language?
Yes.
Don't challenge death to a pillow fight unless you're prepared for the repercussions. Repercussions, I said it wrong.
It's okay.
So now you know if you ever pick up a Reaper, you have to have your little pillow minion out.
I do. My psychiatrist says I have an unhealthy obsession with revenge. We'll see about that.
I knew where that was going. It was still funny. The delivery was good. I have no clue where that is.
You got one?
What has more letters than the alphabet?
Mississippi? No, I don't know.
The post office.
Oh.
Like Mississippi. That's an answer my sister would give.
I was trying to think of like, it should have been like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Bear has one.
Straight from my dad is, I think that new movie was 77. You remember? Before you were born?
Trying to say when the year came out.
I think that movie was 77. You remember? You know, before you were born.
Just dad being dad. Do you remember before you were born about this movie?
Never break someone's heart. They only have one of those. Break their bones instead. They have 206 of them. Oh, no, I did this. Shit.
When I was learning my ABCs, my teacher checked my paper and said, you only wrote 25 letters. How come? I said, I don't know why.
We did that. Dad being dad, yes, lol. Did the southern east doors unlock in the main room of second floor? If they are, that's another switch location. I have no goddamn clue. I guess I just need to back out of here. This dungeon has reached the length of I don't give a shit anymore.
This darling is up. How do you like these apples?
I'm up.
The day is ours, my friends. Rejoice!
Is it my turn?
This sword for sure totally looks like a Persona enemy.
Yes.
No, I hate your overly long dungeons, CJ. Get a clue, goddamn.
I'm up.
All of these dungeons are like too long with like not a whole lot of anything happening.
I can tolerate algebra, maybe a little calculus, but graphing is where I draw the line.
The chest is empty. Why does this surprise you? As you run your hands back and forth against the chest, searching for more loot, you hear a slight...
I got no time for your shit, Chess.
Oh,
I don't need a
and
fucking
I
novel.
been itching.
I got shit to do.
My turn, boy.
I'm up.
The day is ours, friends. Rejoice!
Is it my turn? In your face.
Finally, my winter fat has gone. Now I'm having spring rolls.
FF and Persona also have good dungeons. This is a long dungeon with no real purpose in it being long, because there aren't that many enemy encounters.
Is it my
So if you compare this to like the Marsh Cave in the original Final Fantasy, there was a bunch of rooms with things in them that you had to or you wanted to go after, because there might be loot in that room, and those rooms are kind of kept secret from you. This is just like, oh, you're going over there just to hit a switch, and then there is like nothing in between.
And you can dodge all the enemies, so there's no challenge of it.
Yeah,
It's just
so-
going around doing a thing.
Yeah, you've gone from having an RPG dungeon to simply a walking simulator.
Oh, that's smart.
Ouch. This darling is up.
So there needs to be a lot less walking in between portions of dungeon or portions of puzzle.
To whom will justice fall upon?
How does a woman scare a gynecologist? By becoming a ventriloquist.
Oh! 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 My Fire Diva is banned from saying some more dad puns for the moment, because that was bad.
He also had, my math teacher told me I was an average student. That's so mean.
That's a cute one.
For this red portal, hit the switch that changed it prior, and it'll take you to the new area. Okie dokie.
To whom will justice
Hopefully I remember, because that was like 20 minutes ago.
There was once a king who was only 12 inches tall. Terrible king, but made a great ruler.
Who's that?
I don't even have a vagine, and those make me wince.
Yeah.
I like vagine.
Hair, don't trip me now.
To whom will justice
Also, I'll say, if we're going to use the Marsh Cave comparison from the first FF, different floors had different enemies. I've been looking at these same couches and money bags and swords and things for the last 2 or 3 hours. So there's 2 things I'd be able to do. There's no buttons. Alright, I have to remember where the hell the red button is. I think that was over here? Yes. So here's a good example. There's this area to walk that has absolutely nothing happening. This is just here literally to waste time. It doesn't provide anything to the game. Oh, you could have at least like put an enemy wandering over here.
There's been a lot of that in the dungeons, that going down a path leads to just a dead end, and it has absolutely no reward other than just waste your time.
Yeah.
You have found the best treasure ever. Friendship.
Alright, there's a switch and a safe button. Yep. This room is just unnecessarily huge. So you could have just deleted this whole area, left that little nook there, and then, like... Or actually, delete this little thinner connecting part, just make it one big room, since there's, like, at least a few things in here.
Bring it.
Yes, some, CJ. In your game, it's damn near every. And these are all these little details that, like, as they build up and up, players will just put the game down.
Yeah. I really think you're going to have a lot of players leave at the second dungeon and just not play it when people buy the game. Because the dungeons are just too long and very unrewarding. Whatever the dungeon is that was... It's a rock dungeon, and we got to cross rope bridges and stuff like that. That had way too many dead ends and was very confusing to navigate. Because there weren't any key visuals to remember that you were in particular places, since all the ground cover was using the same kind of things.
The day is ours, my friends. Rejoice!
Is it my turn? Who's that?
Miss.
My
Challenges
turn,
RPG
boy.
Maker's games, it's just games in general, not having too much fluff or dead space
up.
or filler. That's gaming in general with design.
That's
As
one for the
design,
boys
like
back home.
when you're dungeon master for an RPG or
Second
tabletop
hand.
RPG, and you're creating your own shit. How much is too much shit? When are your players going to get bored of that kind of crap?
Okay, so yeah, there's still one more door, so... I don't think I've done this yet. This one's short.
The enemy is upon us. Prepare for combat.
My turn, boy.
Need a goddamn.
With exception to the Dale dungeon, which is two-parter, every dungeon isn't overly long. It's only 3 floors. We have
They're huge floors.
They're huge.
I don't know where you're getting
I'm
these
up.
calculations from.
To me, with us doing classic FFs, we would clear. God, trying to think, we would clear a dungeon in a half stream. So we usually would clear like 1 dungeon a stream. If it took full stream, it's because the encounter rate was just fucking horrible, and that just happens sometimes.
Yeah, to give you an idea, in today's stream, we have unlocked the door to this dungeon and have entered this dungeon. We have done those 2 things, and that is it. We have not done any progression in this entire 3-hour stream.
It's very unrewarding.
Yeah.
And we have played a lot of the classic FFs on stream. Hell, we played a lot of Squeenix games in general, but we also have played a few other RPGs on here.
Yeah,
And
so this is very much an overly long dungeon.
this is overly long. You have to also understand, if you can clear it, that's fine, because you're the guy who made the game. If a rando can't fucking clear it, then it's probably too long and too complicated.
FF1 Pixel Remaster you can finish in about 6 hours if you're taking your time. Pretty much every remake of Final Fantasy 1 is way easier than the original.
Yeah, and we played the original earlier this year?
Is it my
Was it, or was it end of last year? Okay. Might have been end of last year. And that only took us, what, a month? I think it took us a month. Well, that was a game we started a couple times on stream. We just never finished it. We decided, like, okay, fine, we're just gonna fucking finish it.
Now the game is just short. They get longer as they go on, except for they made way easier for some reason. But yeah, with every FF remake or remaster, effectively the switch from cast per level to MP, like, super simplified Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah. Usual games I've played that were generally long were 3D dungeon crawlers with 3 to 4 hours to get through. Dungeon crawlers are a completely different genre of RPG.
I'm gonna need a definition of what a 3D dungeon crawler is, because I think of, like, Diablo.
I think of the first-person ones where all you see is the walls and you're slowly making your way from tile to tile.
So, like, Wizardry?
Yeah.
Or Bard's Tale?
Yeah. And those take a while because you're really unsure if that next turn's gonna fucking obliterate you.
Mm.
And you usually gotta draw out your own fucking, maps.
Who's looking for this one?
in your face?
Ready for your order.
You need an AoE damage spell. You don't have any TP. Thank you. Dungeon crawlers are very slow paced too. I mean, they're fun, funny, etc. and everyone's cup of tea. Pretty much goes, you can't please everyone.
Tea time.
3S version is pretty difficult, but not impossible. 4.2 is very difficult, especially that final boss.
In your face.
My turn, boy.
I also think of games like Akalabeth and gosh, what the hell is it called on the PSP? Like School of Heroes or whatever.
Class of Heroes.
Class of Heroes.
That was exactly what I was thinking.
Both of those are roguelikes, so they technically don't have an end.
I know.
Class of Heroes I love. I would love to stream, like, do like 1 or 2 days of Class of Heroes.
Yeah. I know I didn't finish Persona 4 because the dungeon got
Tea time.
too long and not much going on dungeon-wise. I didn't even care about
Naruto.
And that's a thing, is you gotta care about the characters, you gotta care about the story progression, you gotta have a reason to want to play the game other than to say you played the game and beat it.
Or in my case, you know, I'm providing actual QA feedback to CJ.
There are a lot of games that I'll pick up and put down because I'm like, wow, that was a fucking waste of money, and I only put like 3 hours into it. Oh, he's got a save point after that.
Cool.
That's good.
Persona 4 dungeons were repetitive and RNG generated, except the last 4, which had the boss.
My turn, boy. How do you like these apples?
That's actually interesting to hear about
Alright.
P4. 'Cause that was still PS2.
Yeah.
Hair don't trip me now.
The day is ours, my friends.
As an older person,
Gotcha.
I will gladly pay $15 to $20 for a good few hours of experience. Yes, same with me. I'd rather have a good 6 to 10 hours, or what I call is it a weekend game, that you can beat it in a weekend, and have a blast with it. And it's kind of the running joke in our stream is, I don't have the time to play JRPGs because I know they're going to be long. That's why I was very, very happy with Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger was a 60-hour game. Didn't feel like a 60-hour game because it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it was pretty snappy for, like, you do a thing happens. You do a thing
But
happens.
to do it.
And I went in completely
My turn,
blind
boy.
to that game. Like, I was even blind on boss fights. A boss would change its tactics halfway through and kill my entire party. I'm like,
How do
well,
you like
time to go at
these
that boss again. And people are like, do you want tips? I'm like, no, I'm going to do this how you're supposed to do it. Go in blind and have a good time.
Take that.
AKA a rentable game.
Yes, exactly. I want that. I want to
I like
play
that.
rentable games.
Though I appreciate the feedback, I tend not to design long, tedious dungeons. It could be the pace as RPG Maker games are kind of slow-paced versus fast-paced.
Your dungeons are just too big. There's too much negative space. You can't see a lot
My
when you're
turn,
in,
boy. How do you like
I'm going to
these
call it
apples?
just the panel, the tile, whatever, your space that you're seeing.
Is it my
Comparing it
turn?
to SNES RP Final Fantasies, where you can actually see like the next room over on your same screen that you're viewing.
And even some of the SNES era Final Fantasies, they would actually deliberately put dead space in to kind of make it go beyond the TV, so you can't see
This
like what's
darling is
coming up. So
Yeah.
like for the purpose of like most mazes, this one there's very few like actual like maze things. There seem to be like hallways that go to rooms for no particular reason. It's not really a maze. It's just there's a thing here.
Yeah.
How do you like these apples?
I was joking in Idleshire, is we go into a hut and it's a house bigger than our personal house we currently live in. It's like, why is this so big?
And then it turns out to be just a shop.
Yeah. And it's like,
Yeah,
no,
this
it should just be...
There should be like maybe 5 tiles wide, a couple of tiles deep, and a guy dancing behind the counter. That's all you need.
That's all you need. Thank you for the Secret of Mana reference. Like, you don't need stuff to always be pretty, because if there's too much junk details around, people are no longer gonna really admire the little details you put into stuff. Because it's everywhere. Like, okay, well, I know I need to avoid bookcases because they just block my fucking path if I'm walking. Like, walk down this very narrow path.
Ready for your order.
Hey, Ben. Yeah, meow. A zoom out feature would be nice. A map would be nice.
Ouchie, my hair!
This darling is up.
Check this shit out.
How do you like
She
these
won't
apples?
miss. Oh, she missed. But she only missed once.
Yeah, that's really good. That is really fucking
It's
good.
so much better. It's like I would expect like a miss out of that, so that's fine. It's way better than it was last week.
Now I can fight harder.
Chrono Trigger has a super deep story and tactics. It's not a very deep story. It's a deep story for an SNES game.
Deep enough that there's replay value.
Yes. The tactics were a lot of fun, and how the dungeons were laid out. There were a few dungeons that I'm like, I fucking hate this. Oh my god, I hate this. I want to avoid this enemy like the plague, but it's gonna get me.
Here we go. I need to type some shit.
If there's no mini-map, then don't bother. Don't put in an incomplete product into your game. You shouldn't, as an RPG, you shouldn't focus on replay value. You should focus on somebody wanting to complete your game. Chimera.
I'll
Is it
try
actually a chimera?
it.
It's not a chimera.
This darling is up. Ha, take this.
All right.
The day is ours, my friends. Rejoice!
Is it my turn?
That's why there's a casual difficulty mode, although the normal is much more difficult. This is not very casual feeling. Ouch. By the way, this is the final puzzle to the game. There's no more afterwards.
My turn, boy.
Hopefully complete it by 11.
I'm trying.
To whom will justice fall?
Is it my turn? Who's that?
Another thing probably to think about with making your next game is how long it does take to
My
complete a
turn,
dungeon
boy.
and how much somebody's time, their spare time, is worth to
I'm
play your
up.
game. How much time do you expect somebody to actually spend on your playing your game
Lose.
in a single sitting?
It's pretty simple, especially after the fact, how easy I actually made it. Yeah, this one's pretty
Coming
straightforward.
clutch.
It's just a matter of finding the things that are described. Alright, so that's yellow portal.
Hi.
Green portal.
You're late. Yeah, you're late. No, it's
Oh,
almost
that's where I
11.
came in.
Yeah?
then she died.
It is Hex o'clock.
Alright, this is where we start. Red portal. Green portal.
Apparently that's not a portal.
Apparently that's not a portal. That's a green star, apparently. I'll take your word for it, because I wouldn't have figured that out from the look. Damn it. Where's the... Oh my gosh. So where's green portal? I wouldn't use starve to describe this. Oh gosh.
Magic circle.
No, because you can't really shrink that down very well.
Ruins?
I don't know if you call that a rune. Glyph?
Glyph. I like glyph. Glyph is
Yeah,
better.
Glyph. Glyph. I'd say that would probably make more sense than calling it a star. I get where your logic was coming from with that. I just don't think it super worked. Okay, here we go. Green portal. So I need yellow star.
I think that's underneath it.
Underneath, got it. I think it's above. I know where this one is. P crystal. Which is what you get after it evaporates. C crystal. Which I'm assuming means clear. That's what I'm going with. Wait a minute, were you there before?
Yes. Remember I said chimera and it turned out not to be a chimera?
That's not the question I asked. We haven't left the dungeon, so it shouldn't have respawned.
Oh, then we just haven't been in that room.
So there's one above. So we're just going in a circle. So that means there must be a red star behind him.
Idiot didn't realize until someone pointed out. Hey, it's nice. It helps somebody solve the puzzle.
Yeah, I didn't do that on purpose. Not for.
This darling is up.
Oh, all of our cats are melted. And so you can tell it's gotten warm.
How do you like these apples?
To whom will justice follow? Take that!
Is it my turn? Who's that?
This darling is up.
I'm up.
Is it my turn? In your
CJ
face.
says, well, the journey is almost over. About 80% complete with the MSQ.
To whom will justice fall upon? Hiya!
My turn, boy. How do you like these apples?
All right.
Hey, what's up, cat? Come on up. What, do you want uppies too? Come on up here.
Me now. Get some of this.
You cuddling your boy upside down.
Your order.
It's because his tummy is the squishy part. It doesn't contain bones,
Oh, okay.
so you can hug him very well. But he gets angry about it. Don't you? I can pat your tail. Oh, let's go make Ven angry.
I'm up.
Frown.
Hi, Hex. What's up?
Could you make him not,
I can make him meow again.
This battle was won for Eorzea!
It's hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs because they always take things literally.
I like that one. I'm picking on my boy now.
Wait a minute. That's a red portal. I'm in the wrong room. That's why.
Can't spook my boy. Oh, there we go. And a reward of another portal. Well, that was a nice effect.
You've solved all the puzzles, a little or no help, so I know my puzzles aren't too difficult for the player. Yeah, for the most part, they haven't been too bad. It's like the things I tend to overlook are things that like blend in for one reason or another.
They're just tedious.
I think I saw the last player walk off with the loot. Sorry.
So there's thing up there, thing over there.
Farmer, go ahead.
A farmer in the field with his cows counted 196 of them. When he rounded them up, he had 200.
That's cute. I like that. That's really cute. I like the math jokes.
If you wanted to bring my treasure back, it would be appreciated.
No, it's mine now. Come get it. This should just be the boss is just a giant chest. It's like, alright, you've taken too many things. Going down.
We came from this one. Oh, no we didn't. My bad. I'm sorry.
I saw one meme with sheep 400, 401, 402, 403, 405, 406. The farmer says, where's 404?
tried on your other save? This chest, I know this may come to you as a shock, but it's empty.
So I'm surprised he couldn't find 404, but he still had 403, because 403 is forbidden.
Oh.
That's also internet humor. And immediately after I say that, CJ proceeds to explain the joke. I'm like, no, I can one up you. There's a lot more HTTP codes where that came from.
How do we get to 404? I wonder. There's 404 other problems out there.
I thought it was good, says T-Bar.
Time to take the garbage out.
My turn. How do you
See how many different things you can do to cheat via HTTP codes.
The day is ours, my friends. Rejoice! Take that!
I'm up.
It's tea time. Huzzah!
Oh, sheep 400 was actually a black sheep because it was a bad request. Sheep 401 just appeared somehow. It was unauthorized. 404 they couldn't find. 403 was
What a
forbidden.
trucker, man. My turn, boy. How do you like these apples?
406 was a goat.
I'm up.
It's not acceptable.
Ready for your order.
Odd number to say not found, so it took them 403 attempts to not find it. I don't know why they're all 400 codes, to be honest. So awful, all the CJ. I told you, all these words.
It's tea time. Huzzah!
Sheep 407 actually belongs to somebody else, and nobody's allowed to touch it because proxy authorization is required.
So it says off limits or spray painted like a different color. I think that's how they actually like take care of sheep, is they spray the sides of their wool.
Yeah.
This darling is up. Take this.
Tried to find out what Sheep 408 was doing, but they never got back to
To
us.
whom will justice
Oh.
follow?
It's a request timeout.
Take that!
I'm up.
Sheep 409 and Sheep 410 got into a fight. 409 is conflict, 410 is gone. I guess by forbidden only an admin can access this site. People send me URLs, always forbidden ones. So forbidden means that it's only... So you're kind of on the right track, CJ. But basically it is a resource that is only permitted to a specialized party. Generally, in most cases, what that means is you need to log in. So it's like if... a good example is, say, DeviantArt.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a piece of art that somebody posted, but you have to be logged in to view it, and you tried using a direct URL, it would give you a 403.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then if you logged in and then tried to paste that exact same URL, then you would actually get the image.
But yes, most likely when somebody's giving a website, they just haven't published that page.
Privileged party. This is what phrase I should use.
Get some of this.
Actually, one game to avoid like play for RPGs. Lunar Dragon Slog for DS. I regret purchasing it. That's one that Drell actually likes, or Skyline. Oh, I have Silver Star Story on PSX.
I'm up.
Focus. Oh, you're all like about to die, so maybe I just get away with this. Yep, that should do it.
This battle was won for Eorzea!
Second wind.
Oh, that heal feels good.
Okay.
That was really cute.
Do you want something, Hex? What's up? Okay.
You can sprint in the game, but it reduces your HP of all party members. Once the HP hits half health, you move at a very slow pace. Takes forever to get money, and guess what? Any enemy can break your weapons or armor anytime, and you can't restore it. Oh, that would be annoying, actually. Oh. It's when I have games like that, I usually do dumb stuff like only use like baby weapons. Like I'll do that in Elder Scrolls. It's like, all right, if I'm going up against like a particularly tough critter, then I'll bring out my good sword. Everything else, I'm just gonna bludgeon to death with a stick.
How do you like these apples?
Money is acquired by doing errands. Enemies don't drop it. I'm okay with that kind of a system.
That kind of works. This is getting way too late. Damn it.
Hair don't trip me now.
The day is ours, my friends. Rejoice!
Bring it, chair. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
You don't get to do that. Alright, triple attack, all up on this couch.
All right.
Oh, it's all swirly and shit. Your cat is
I
making
think we're
sad
haunted.
noises. Yes. You get the boss almost, so I know you're in overtime. Yay, recovery thingy. Hella green. This is the Mountain Dew save point. This is my favorite thing, is having save points right before a boss fight. Let's say we start with the boss fight tomorrow, actually.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Alright, yeah. This looks really cool, and I fully expect that this is not at all what we're about to fight. She kind of looks like the new witch character from Elden Ring. I get the feeling that witch character is sort of the equivalent to the doll.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Bloodborne. But yeah, we'll tackle this critter tomorrow on the stream, and we might actually have some story progress, possibly, or it'll just open the door to the next dungeon. I don't know. We'll find out. If you're curious and you want to know, why not tune in tomorrow night on VRStreams? And until next time, enjoy whatever games you happen to be playing, and we will see you on
The next show. Have a good night.
It's a freaky looking boss. Glad I found it. Oh, we'll find out tomorrow. Good night, everybody.